Hello there, I'm Nat Wallen. I am a real estate agent here in Charleston, South Carolina with eXp Realty, and I've been selling homes since I got out of college in 1995. And over the last year and a half, well, I feel like I've finally cracked the code when helping people on the internet, specifically with my real estate website. In fact, there are 4 or 5 things that have completely changed in a very short period of time for me. And in this video, well, I'm going to share with you one of my simplest and really what I have found to be the most effective. Creating your own self-guided tour will build your brand and it will help you help more people. And if you're like me, I'm sure you spent lots of years driving customers new to your area in circles around your market. And well, I don't know about you, but well, this can get pretty old. I mean, I've done it so many times, I even tried it blindfolded just to challenge myself, and this really freaked my customers out.
All right, keep going. You got about 100. Okay, a little bit to the left. 50 feet. Keep going. And get ready. Stop.
Come on!
There's nobody around. How many showings do we have today?
11. Now, we only made it to 3 that day, but Joe bought the 3rd house and he even told me he was going to catch an Uber home. Joe, are you sure you don't want to ride home?
Yeah, sure. I'm good. I got it right. Thanks.
Okay, I'll see you at the inspection then. Now, all kidding aside, I'm sure you'll agree. Real estate is an awesome way to live our lives and make a great living, but we all have our own frustrations, like my website conversions. For years, my forced registration web strategies, well, they just seemed to go nowhere. And I'm sure you know about the debates we agents have. Everyone has a different opinion on forced registration when trying to convert web leads. Some say you should force registration, others say you shouldn't. Well, for years, I did force people to register on my site. I didn't know what else to do. I would let them look at 10 properties, and then on the 11th, they would need to register. It's pretty common practice. Now, let me just back up for a minute. Thinking back, forced registration did work some of the time. In fact, I almost landed a few celebrity buyers. Taylor Swift registered on my site. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson registered on my site. Johnny Depp even registered. And that guy, well, he's a character. Now, they must have been busy because, well, I just haven't been able to get them on the phone yet, but I am still calling every single day because I would very much like to meet The Rock. So let's solve these 2 problems, driving around in circles and converting web leads once and for all. The self-guided GPS tour is a simple PDF lead magnet. It will save you time. It will help you be a hero to someone new to your market early on in their process. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can collect buyer details without forcing registration. And most importantly, you'll see how to get people to want to talk to you, and only you, about buying in your market. So do stay until the end if you can, and let's jump into the self-guided GPS tour. Here we go. Hello again. Like I said, I'm Nat Wallen. Thank you so much for staying. I've been selling homes here in Charleston for a long time, and the traffic here has just exploded. I mean, there are people everywhere, and getting around is a little crazy these days. And, well, if your market is anything like mine, you're going to like this plan. But before I show you how the self-guided GPS tour works, if you like this video, you should see a button below this to join the Bella Ruby Discuss community. Please do consider joining. Okay. Now, many people ask me if I am a real estate coach, and yes, I have done some coaching in the past, but I love selling homes too much, so I'm an agent. And if you're not with eXp and you're an agent in Charleston, I know this may seem odd, but we share ideas here at eXp pretty openly and freely, even in our local markets, which I love. There's more business than we can all handle. So like I said, I'm not a coach. The Discuss community is part of the Bella Ruby free real estate CRM that I've been working on for a few years. You'll see more about that inside when you join Discuss. Okay, enough house cleaning. Let's start by letting me show you the GPS tour. It's very simple. I'll just go to my website here at natwallen.com. Now, this self-guided GPS tour offer is found on my homepage. I have it on the different area landing pages, like this one here on the Isle of Palms, and this one here on Daniel Island. And I also have it on every single property page. Let me show you. So here it is. So buyers, they just cannot miss it. This is what I call a step-through form. I created it specifically for this use, and I'll get to more of that in a second. But with marketing, you have to make an irresistible offer. This means you have to constantly focus, and I'm sure you know this already, but you have to constantly focus on how the viewer will benefit. And there are lots of other things baked into this video as well, like breaking the ice and showing future customers that, well, that I'm a real person and I'm not a nameless, faceless agent, and that I'm not pushy or overbearing. So breaking down these internet barriers is the real goal here. So let me just play this short video. And when you watch it, do listen for the value and watch for how I get them to picture themselves doing it. Here we go. Hello there, Nat Wallen here. Thank you so much for using my site to search for Charleston homes. Julie's an agent that helps me manage this site. She's the one responsible for creating this self-guided tour. She's great. It starts at the waterfront park downtown, and while you're there, make sure and get out and enjoy it. There's a beautiful pineapple fountain, and it's just a nice place to be. It then goes over to James Island. This is Harborview Road here, and then Johns Island. So you'll just click on the links to the Google Map locations on the PDF, and your smartphone will take you around. It will then take you to a few stops in West Ashley. You should certainly go see Charlestown Landing while you're out there. And if you're looking for a home closer to Volvo or just want to be inland more, you can also go see Somerville. It will then bring you back through North Charleston and on to Daniel Island, which is a beautiful place. You should go eat lunch out there if you have time. Finally, it will take you to a few places in Mount Pleasant. Now, it doesn't cover the beaches, but those are pretty easy to find. You'll access Sullivan's Island and the Isle of Palms through Mount Pleasant, and you'll get to Folly Beach through James Island. So if you want to get to know Charleston and you want to do all of it at your own pace, use this GPS tour and take the loop tour. It will save you from zigzagging back and forth when you come, and will give you a good look at the entire area. Many people use it as a general guide, and then they stray from the tour to explore on their own, and when they see something they like, they'll kind of dig deeper, and then they click right back into the Google Map links when they're ready to get back on track. Just click the link below and follow the prompts, hit submit, and we will email it out right away. Thanks so much, and happy touring. Bye. Okay, first off, in my particular case, I decided to start it by giving Julie credit for the tour. So I did this because I get lots of web traffic and leads from YouTube, and as I get busier and busier with Bella Ruby, that's the free CRM, those are also my kids, but Bella Ruby's a CRM, well, I'm positioning my site at natwallen.com to give out real estate referrals. So I gave Julie credit early on, so it's not a surprise when someone other than me reaches out. You'll also notice that I used what's called the safe island technique, and this was something that Floyd Wickman introduced to me back in '99. And he's the old school original real estate trainer, and he's super smart at sales and a master at working with people. And what the safe island does is it explains what to expect from start to finish, and it helps people get excited, and more importantly, it helps people get comfortable with me and my process, and you should do the same. And if you're familiar with StoryBrand, this video is me inserting myself as the guide that they need for their specific journey into their next Charleston real estate endeavor. And all of this on the internet, it's just super important. And if you've never been to a Floyd Wickman seminar, you are missing out. I will put a link below. They're good people there. Okay, back to analyzing the video. Did you notice that in the very beginning, I was quick to get into the story? So I showed Julie, and then by about the 12th second, I was already flying over the waterfront park in Charleston. So I try to get my face off of the screen as fast as possible. And I learned that from a graphic designer. He made this brochure for me. And if you'll notice, well, the first thing you see is the infold, and it's just straight up eye candy here. It's just pretty pictures of Charleston, and it sets the tone, and it looks good, and that makes people want to turn the next page. And I try to apply this same magazine technique to every video that I make too. So in this video, the one you're watching now, I was showing you drone shots of my city in the first few seconds. It's all by design to get you to stop scrolling and go, wow, this looks good. This way, hopefully you'll stay until the end. And I could go on and on about my recipe on making videos and hooks and marketing, but I'll save all of that for another time. So again, please do join the Discuss community here below, where you'll see lots of stuff like this. But for now, let's look deeper at the self-guided GPS tour offer. So you'll see there are 5 tabs along the bottom here. These 5 tabs, they serve 2 purposes. First, they break what could be a really long form into short, digestible nuggets. This way, it doesn't seem so daunting. And secondly, well, it triggers the psychological need to complete something once started. So do this. Try singing the ABCs to yourself and stop at G. Go ahead, do it now. No, seriously, go ahead, I'll wait. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Doesn't your mind want to complete the song? Mine does. Well, that's the same concept here. This form is designed to make people psychologically feel the need to close the loop and to complete it. I also like this form because it conceals what comes next. So the GPS tour video, I gave value and I told them what's in it for them. I showed eye candy in the beginning, which makes it enticing, and I talked about how they'll use it when they move forward. And that's another technique called an assumptive close. I'm sure you're familiar. I'm also telling users how to feel by saying, thanks for wanting the GPS tour. So marketing, it's all about total and complete mind control. All right, when building this, I spent a ton of time on deciding what information I wanted to gather. Question 1, are schools important to you? Now you'll notice that this is a simple yes or no question, and it's also a very easy question for someone to answer. And well, in marketing, you want to start with the easy stuff first and then gradually progress to the more difficult. You'll also notice there's minimal friction. I make it a point to collect information as easily as possible. There is no typing involved here. It is literally push button simple. See how these buttons are big and it just makes you want to push them. And even more obviously, it tells you up front that, well, they may have children, and it helps you calibrate the advice that you give them when you finally do talk. So in this case, let's click yes. There we go. And see, this is a friendly green color. And color scientists say that physiologically, the color green balances emotions and it creates a sense of calm, which all of us agents can sure use from our clients. Am I right about that? Green also means go, and that's what we want them to do. So the color choice is green. Question 2. When do you need us? Of course, more information gathering is happening here, which I love. And all of this helps me, Nat Wallen, the guy building a referral-based business for my website. Well, it helps me decide if I want to refer this person or work with them myself. So I'll just click 30 days or less here in this case. Now I'll click next. Question 3, your general price point. Now this part was a tough one for me. I thought about it a lot, more than you would think. I didn't want to seem greedy in any way, so I didn't add super high prices. And I also only wanted 3 choices because anything more than 3 may paralyze people with indecision. And I didn't want to make it too specific, but I also really need to know so I can decide if I should work with them or not. And I also don't want them to overthink it. I just want them to choose one. So in this case, let's just choose over 500. And next again. There we go. Here's where they can elaborate with a note. And this part I really like because, well, I went from people giving me fake names and numbers and, well, probably hating me for forcing them to register to providing something helpful and valuable. And now they write these big, long emails with their life plans. So if you're forcing registration, consider flipping the switch. It made all the difference for me. And that's it. We'll just hit submit. And now they go to this thank you page on my site. And at the top, you'll see it tells them to check their email so they can get the PDF. And that is the self-guided GPS tour. I hope this helps you. And if you want a quick guide on how to create this, well, then just join the Bella Ruby Discuss group below. You'll see it in there. And I'll work on showing you how to put it all together. And if you're watching this and you're an agent, please, please, please don't download this from natwallen.com. You can check out the form, but if you hit submit, I am going to try to sell you a home. But of course, I'm not going to take you in my car because, well, that's the point of the self-guided GPS tour, to let people get to know the area on their own and then start showing them houses after they've zoned in on where they want to be. It saves a lot of time. So again, click the button below to join Bella Ruby Discuss. You'll see a welcome video there when you do, which will show you a little bit of the free CRM that I'm launching too. All right. Before I go, I want to personally thank all of you EXP agents for being like me, open and willing to share. I've learned so much, and it's liberating. And I look forward to hearing from you in the comments as well. And if you're not an EXP agent, go to natwallen.com/freedom. Again, that's natwallen.com/freedom. I have to believe that nobody wants to be selling homes when they're 75 years old. I want to choose what I want to do when I'm that old. So do take 30 minutes and go to natwallen.com/freedom and watch them all if you can. But personally, The second one had the most impact on me and is really the reason why I left my company of nearly 25 years. And don't worry, there is no forced registration there either. But again, please do consider me as a resource. I'm here to help guide you into EXP if you like the model, but I'll never twist your arm. I'll simply answer questions or get them answered by the right person, no problem. Just send me a private message, totally anonymous. Okay, here are 2 more quick calls to action. Share this video with a friend, especially if you think the GPS tour will help them. And secondly, when you join Discuss, take a look at the referral system that I'm building and make suggestions. I really would like your input. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the Bella Ruby Discuss community. Namaste.